Right, I'm now feeling slightly more human. Where did I get to? So you can add files. Okay. We should erase duplicates, I guess. What's the what was the there's a smart way of doing that, or I could just not add duplicates. I can go just bring in this library. Okay, so now if I try to add wait, what is this? It's a vector. Hold on, what? What happened? Now I'm confused. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, whoops. Just opening a window. Please. Okay, if I try to add duplicates, it just doesn't add them. Okay, good. Now let's implement the remove. On remove selected files should be files. Remove selected files. Okay. Tree file list. Get filtered selected items. remove files. And then I do the same thing for the context menu. There's only one item in the list, so I can just ignore the ID and say remove item, remove files. Yep. Okay. Remove files. Can Copilot finish this for me? Import. Oh, I need this thing. Erase. Remove if. Copilot go. Thank you for that. What the hell is that? Hello. Okay, what have you done? Items begin with items and blah 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 blah. If items indices contains item. How does this work? Oh, no. This should be item. Oh, I don't have the index, obviously. Yeah, this is stupid. Let's instead just do something less stupid. Less C++y, I say, as I bring in a boost header. Reversed. For... This is just indices, right? Index in boost that is reversed. Reversed? Or is it just reverse? There we go. Import file list arrays. There we go. If there's a better way of doing this, then I don't care what it is. So that removes from the list, and then I do rebuild. Okay. So remove, that works. Removing multiple also works. And removing, using this button down here also works. Okay, good. Yes. I was just thinking about whether I want to add files to the context menu, and I decided that I do. So let's do that, because it would be really easy. Add files. So now I actually do need the ID. And that should just open the dialog. That's it. Oh no, I need to add menu, add item. Wait, I didn't set the IDs. I have to set ID, add files. Okay. Oh yeah, and so now I can right click it immediately, which is fine. To add files, okay. Oh, what happened? Oh yeah. Hey, this is feeling pretty good so far. So I'm right-clicking this one but not selecting it first. It still doesn't work. So we have an item under the cursor, yep. What's the problem here? We added it. Oh, whoops. I'm dumb. I am very dumb. Okay, it works. So it moves the one that you right-clicked on. And you can right-click here. Okay. I guess I'll sort out the filtering. How does filtering work like this? Oh, the search box works using callbacks, I think. Setup, files, filter. What's it called? It should be called a filter box rather than search box. Filter box. Okay. Set up file filter box. Tree. So how does this work? Enable. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. How does this work then? Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, this is easy. So set up file filter box. And now we return something. How do we do it? Item path. Matches the file list filter. How does this work? So we just say if the path value to upper contains find. What's find in? Oh, I see. So find filter text to upper. What does this return? Int. What does that mean? If it's greater than or equal to 0. Okay. Let's see what happens there. Okay, and now I need to implement the restore selection thing so that we don't lose the selection while filtering. How does that work? Do not remember. Stored selection, here we go. Okay, stored selection. Store selection, restore selection. Okay. Let's just copy this. Okay. Store selection, file list. Push back the path. Okay. Restore selection like this. Return. And then in here, we apparently go store selection like that. Does that work? I'm not sure why I was doing like in the export dialog it's split into two phases. There's a good reason for that, but I can't remember it. Now it's complaining about not having an equality operator. Oh, thank you, Copilot. Good guess. Okay, I forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, the searching. So if I select everything and then go default, no, it doesn't restore the selection. So what am I doing wrong? Let's see. So store selection. And restore selection. So select everything. Add a filter. So what's going on here? Please tell me. Yeah, I'm storing the selection. That makes sense. Then we rebuild. Now, we restore selection. So we should find two of them, but we don't. Item to index, what is this? Item to index. File paths to this. This has what? Num element 0, so it's empty. Because did I just clear it a second ago? Item to index. Now this stuff's a bit confusing. Item to index. Is this just empty because I'm not populating it? Oh, I'm not populating it at all. Okay. That makes sense. So, at what point do I populate this? Generate. Generate export list. I see. So store selection, then generate the list. Okay. Fucking hell. There must be. There's possibly a way for me to encapsulate all this list logic, because I'm doing the same thing in multiple places and it's not a trivial thing. But store selection. List item to index clear, and then Copilot. Figure it out. It doesn't know. But basically I want to do this. Here. Yep. So the reason D matches is because it's matching the D in blockhead. Maybe it shouldn't. But if I'd go default now, yeah, it keeps the selection. If I select these three, default, they're still selected. Okay, cool. So that's all working. Yeah, I really need to encapsulate that logic, but it's a bit of there must be a way to encapsulate that. Let's at least put this bit into a function. Generate file list map. Okay, what do I want to do next? Is the file list basically done now? Another thing I was thinking about when I was having a shower earlier is let's say I had a bunch of blockhead object files. The idea is it's just going to automatically look into these. If they're valid blockhead block files, then it will look into the zip files and read the layout and pass it automatically, and then populate this center tree with the contents of the object file. And that involves opening a zip file and reading the contents, which I guess is not the speediest thing in the world. And if you're importing a lot of things, then maybe it's maybe that's computationally intensive enough that it makes sense to do things in a background thread, which would complicate what I'm doing quite a bit. It wouldn't be that bad, but it would be more complicated. I guess I'll think about that later if it turns out that I actually need to do that. I guess I'll just stress test opening a bunch of object files at once and see if it starts lagging the UI. And if it does, then I'll do some kind of multi-threaded thing. But so far, seems okay. Yeah, I think this list on the left is basically done. I don't know what I'm missing. Okay. So, let's think. So I have this thing that I made yesterday, which I can use to just look into one of these zip files. I also need to I assume if it's not a valid zip file, then it's just going to fail here. Okay. Right, what do I need to do then? Look at reader. I think I'm just going to wait, am I okay to use a unique pointer? I don't know. What is this return? Oh, this is basically a wrap around a shared pointer. Which is actually no good. Can I just use a unique pointer? Yeah, should be fine. So block code reader. Reader. So when I generate this, I also create a reader. Open like that. Let's see if that compiles at least. Right, it's not generating move constructor because I have a user-defined constructor, I suppose. If that's the rule, I don't remember. So do this and this. Now what? Now it's trying to use a copy constructor. Didn't I do this already? Somewhere. I used a unique pointer. Open. Not here. No, I didn't. Oh, I see. No, here it is. Oh, because it returns unexpected. Yes. Exactly. So where was I? Okay, here we go. Right, let's make a reader like this. So if the reader was successfully generated, then it means that it's a valid blockhead object file, theoretically. So then I would go like this. And that would compile. Nope. What's the problem now? So why do we need the copy constructor? We need it here, apparently. Because of this, because we're not moving it in. Yes. C++. Okay. Let's just see what the hell happens here. So it should fail, which it did, okay. I think what I should do is, how did I do it? Disable, set disabled. Oh, item is disabled. Yes. That's what I was looking for. So I implement this. Item is disabled. Turn item. So if there's no reader, then it's should be disabled. I think that will work. So now these items should be grayed out because they're not proper files. Didn't work. Didn't work. It's not even calling this. It's not calling this. In what situation does that get called then? Is enabled. Is disabled. Oh. That's just for dragging stuff. I see. So I just have to manually tell it that it's disabled. Here. So item. Item path. Disabled equals item. New item reader. Control set disabled. There you go. I think I know what I'm doing. Okay, now that you can't really tell that they're disabled. Because, yeah, okay, let's do something here. Import file item control. Alright, whoops. Set disabled. Whoops. Okay. Press all the wrong keys. And then eventually press the right ones. Let's go like that, and then no, don't like that. Set opacity. Okay. Alright, so now they look disabled. Now let's see what happens if I add this. Hey, that's good. So the fact that this is not disabled means that it was actually successfully opened as a zip file and then the layout was successfully read. No, that doesn't. The layout wasn't read yet, but it was opened as a zip file successfully. So that's that at least. Just the fact that it's a zip file does not necessarily mean that it should it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a valid object file, so I should fix that at least. So let's do that. So before it gets to the end of this function, it should have established that it does have the a layout at least, I guess. Or I could simply run decode immediately. Yep, that's fine. I'm happy to do that. And then eventually I'll find out if that's too slow and I need to move things into another thread, in which case this all becomes more complicated. But for now, well, if that's the case, yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, okay. So, slim model. Or call it data, I guess. Do I even have that? Slim model. Okay. Well, let's say it's optional because it might not load successfully. Okay. Perfect. Right. Not a problem. Let's create a new function. Add file. So if we have a reader, then try to actually pass the data. And if we have the data, we go item data equals data. So it's disabled if there's no reader or if there's no data. So either it failed to open as a zip file or it's failed to successfully decode as blockhead data. Yeah. And now let's see what happens. So these files grayed out, whereas this file, yes, okay, cool. This is starting to get very interesting now. So, okay. Right, let's set up the center list now. I suppose. Okay. So what's it called? It's called an item list at the moment, which is not a brilliant name. In that case, let's just say item. No, it should be... Okay, I need to reuse some things, do I? Project item, that's what it is. Project item. I need to reuse some stuff then from the export dialog. Or do I? No, I don't really want to do that. Project item ID is what? What is this? Yes, yes, yes. Exactly, yeah. But these IDs are going to be referring to data in the model. Right, I don't know how I want to do this yet. There's about 10 different ways I could go about this, so I'm just having a think now. This is the kind of thing that I wouldn't usually do while I'm recording myself. Because it requires actual like thinking about the architecture of the program rather than just writing code. Like writing code and designing UI elements are things that I can do while recording myself or streaming or whatever. But this kind of thing is a bit more difficult. Yep. So it's pretty straightforward. Actually, I think basically item. Item file path, because that's what I use to identify these file list items. So file path project item ID yeah, that's it. I just reuse this struct for the filter. Okay, item list. Again, there's like 10 different ways I could go about this. Let's see where the pieces fall, yeah. If that's the right expression. Let's just use this again for the control for now, until it becomes evident that we need something else. Copilot can do this for me. No. Oh. Yes, that is right, actually. Just go return. Yeah, there we go. The hash. Is that okay? No, not really. Because that's a variant. Boop, 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 boop. How was I doing this before? Oh. Yeah, I have a hash for that. How do you combine... I can't remember how to do this. There's some way... I mean, this is... Boost. Hash combine. Right, so size T seed. Don't know what I'm doing here. It looks like I know what I'm doing. Hash combine. P file path. I think that's right. That's how you do it, right? With boost. Now why is it it's complaining about this closing bracket? Because I'm missing one of these is a struct. Is it this one? That looks horrible. Okay. What was I doing before all that mess? Item list. Item list. Right. get ID for a file list item. Get ID for an item, return item, just return the item itself. Okay, that should work, I think. Okay. Set up item list. I already have it here. Item list. Oh yeah, I need the folder. Okay, I do need this, obviously. Yeah, just like this. ID, and then I also need this. So item ID, there we go. Item ID. What have I done wrong? Items, item. Whoops, I put that in the wrong place, did I? Yeah. Item count. Just get rid of that. This one is a to-do. Just get rid of that. Selection changed. Don't need that. Set control color. Yep. Hovered. So to do. So it rotates to the right when you drag it. Generate item list map. Okay, so problem with the hashing. Can you take me to my actual code? I love C++ error messages. Wait, can it, I think Visual Studio added like a new thing now. It's like, error help? No. Can't find it. Let's just go down, 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 down. I'm sure it added, there's a new thing. Other windows. Cannot see it. Here we go. Found it. Right, it's complaining about what? This. Because it doesn't know how to hash combine this. Can I just go with this? Is this what I'm supposed to do? Literally just guessing. I mean, it seems right. But maybe it's not. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Okay. Should really look it up. Okay. Okay, so okay. So nothing happened yet because I haven't actually made it do anything. So when I add file, yeah, I need to go through, I need to, okay. Okay, add contents. It'd be something like this. Add contents. So for each block in M blocks, what is block? M blocks. Like this. Nope. What is this? What is M blocks? Model blocks. Oh, really? I should be looking at layout, right? No. I should be looking at blocks. Okay, it's okay, right. So, I got ya. So, slim. I need to include. Don't I already have code to do this somewhere? Slim get table. Slim block. I think it's like this. Blocks. Like that. Does that compile? This is the first time I've written code to like scan these model structures and get like a list of stuff inside them. So slim block, okay. Block. There it is, it's the block. Alright, so I'm going to create an item for this block. The item ID I need to give it the file path. Yep, the file path, file path. Path. ID equals, it's a block ID. Block ID. That's already a block ID. Block ID. There we go. Yeah. Now import item list. Items. Push. Now I need to insert it. Insert. Yeah. Okay. And now. So that should look in that object file and find all of the blocks inside of it. And I'll do the same for exactly. No, not samples, just, whoa. Yeah, I do want to do the same for samples, yeah. So samples, tracks and workspaces, yeah. Let's just do that now. Copilot. Go. That's not right, because this is going to be from the samples. There it is. Yeah, this is easy. Layout, layout, tracks. Space. So it's top workspaces. This is just an ID, right? Yeah. This equals m project layouts. Workspaces at Copilot. Go. Oh, I don't need to do that. All I need is the ID. Okay. Yes. So this block file that I generated earlier, all it has in it is one block, I think. Doesn't have anything else in it. So it should generate one item in the list. Now what is it complaining about? Less than. It's complaining about less than. For what type? Item. Why is it complaining about that? I don't know. Go, 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 go. Somewhere around here there will be. Aha. Oh, because I need to pass in the sort item list. For the path, and then the so I don't have the name yet, so whatever. Do that in a minute. Okay. So start off with the standard. Okay, then I go in here. There's no way this is going to work. Actually worked. Amazing. And now let's also add, I think I have a test project, but it didn't add anything from it. So it's not going to remove anything yet. Let's see what's going on when I add that test project, because that should have some stuff inside of it. It does. Bang. 2 blocks. 1 sample. 1 track. 3 workspaces. So it should generate a bunch of items, and it didn't. Why not? What am I doing wrong? No, let's start again. Add files. Let's just add this. Item list has one thing in it. Ah, it's because right, they're all being detected as duplicates, obviously. Yeah, of course. Yeah, this makes sense because I didn't implement this properly. Yeah. Okay. Also, I want to generate the folder. So the folder should be that, exactly. Not even baster, it should just be, yeah, like that. That's good, that's good. So now let's implement this properly, okay. Well, okay, I need to generate a name. First of all, move this into here. What was it? Whoops. Path. Folder path, path value, okay. No, I changed my mind. Changed my mind. Folder A, folder B, name A. Oh no, I want to... Item name. Name. Yes. A name. B name. Right. All I need is a name. So how to generate the name? Item name equals make name block make name sample make name truck make name. So I actually do need the actual thing. So workspace like that. Alright. Make name. So what does this have in it? It has a custom name. I already have code to do this somewhere. It would be in here. The problem is it like operates on the wrong data structures, but I have the logic to do this somewhere where it would be like name, get custom name, get display name, get effective name, get effective name. Custom name or get generated name. What's that? Exactly. Oh, I need to move this logic into somewhere else. But I'm not going to yet because I just want to get it working. So, should I do it now? Right now? I need to do it right now. Okay, I need to create a file. What am I going to call this file? Well, where should it go? Project item ID. It's got nothing in it. I feel like it should be in here, bizarrely. Project item ID. No, it shouldn't. Alright. Project item names. Project item name utils naming. Project item naming. I need to add it to the project. Project item naming. Okay. It's the logic for generating a display name for an item based on whether or not it has a user-defined name or whether it has a generated name or what. And at the moment, the code that does that, it exists in the wrong context. So I need to do the following. Make block name, and what you pass it is the custom name and I guess the ID. So it's going to look like this, pretty much. Effective name. It's here, yeah. Beep doop doop doo. So I also have this file naming already. Naming. Maybe I should put it in here instead. I already have a file called naming. Okay, let's put it in there. Oops. What the hell's happening? Okay. Delete that. Delete that. Naming. This is an old file, I can tell because it's using not my preferred style. Make block name. We'll get block display name. I think that's the idea. Yes. So effective name, return get block. Where is it? Naming, get block display name, QID, get custom name. Make block display. Generate block name. We pass it the type. I need to figure out the type as well. Okay. Type string, ID string. Where's all this? Where's this come from? Oh dear, 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 dear. This is... Okay. Get ID string. Yeah, okay. This shouldn't be in here. This should be... Okay. I'm going to call this make ID string, and it should just be a ID like that. Get ID string. Return naming. Now the type string. We have to get that some other way. Type string. Generate block name. T block ID and type string. So if custom name is not empty, return custom name, otherwise return generate.name. I need the type as well. Again, I need the type string, which I need to generate some way. Okay. Type string. Right, do I have everything I need now? Custom name type string, okay. So now in here, include this. Naming. Generate block name. Block ID. No. It's get block display name. Block ID. Block custom name. If we have one, isn't optional. Now, block custom name. Type string. How do we get the type string? Let's have a look. Block type. Block type. Okay. How does get type? How does it work? Get type string. Where is this even? It's in here, which is no good. ToString get type. This is just here. Okay. ToString block type. Okay. Return that. Fucking hell. Okay. And I need to do the same thing for something strange is happening outside my window. Sample name, custom name generated. Oh, this looks like it's even worse. How does this one work? Name. Get name custom. No, get name. Get display name is what I'm looking for. Get display name. Again, I need to move the logic out of here into somewhere else. So return naming. Get sample display name. Like your sample ID. And I pass it the custom name and the generated name. What does this do? Oh, it's right here. Yes, that's fine. Okay. So the custom name and generated name. Sample display name. if, okay, if, is that correct? Is that what it's meant to do? Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, we return make ID string. Yeah. This is actually wrong the way I was doing it before. Using a hash, that's not the format that I usually use. So this is better. Okay, so this just returns that. Get generated or fallback name. That's not used anywhere, as far as I know. Oh, it's used right there. What is that used for? Get generated or... Makes me angry that that exists at all. Ah, for the placeholder text. Okay. Alright, fine. So get sample generated or fallback name. Bloody hell. Return naming. No, I don't need this anymore. Naming. What are you doing? There we go. Okay. What are these now? Get sample display name, sample ID, sample custom, sample generated. We're getting there slowly but surely. This should just be the track name. That one's really simple. This one name. What? Is it an optional? For goodness sake. Value or like that. I wonder what's going to happen now. Oh, I need to actually display the names, right? So that should be easy. Instead of doing to do here, go item name value like that. So you're going to revert that now. Thank you. Really awesome that you did that. Item name value. Thank you. Okay. I think there's about a 30% chance of this working first time. So let's see what happens here if I open this project. Oh my god. Okay. Not a fan of this so far. It's something. Right. So I thought I must have accidentally undid that. So that's what it should be. But then also it's not. What this should be actually is make folder file plus blocks like that. Samples, tracks, okay. Oh my god. This doesn't do anything yet. This is interesting. And if I add this thing, which just should only have one block in it and one sample. So I'm going to want a different way of organizing this tree. At the moment it's it's organized by file. The spooky spider's back on my wall. So spooky. Oh, that's such a spooky looking spider. What species of spider is that? Some kind of ghoul. Yeah, so I'm going to want to organize it by type also. So I guess I have like a sort by drop down or just a checkbox, another checkbox up here. I'm not sure about this blank workspace. What's this all about? What's going on there? There's a blank workspace. Right, because it doesn't have a name. Right, yeah. Of course, yeah. So there should be 3 workspaces, one named and the other 2 not named, because the first workspace always gets a default name of default workspace, and the other 2 are unnamed. So what I should be doing here actually is naming get workspace display name, workspace ID, workspace name. Is this optional? That's fine. So get workspace display name like this. PD optional. I should really, this is kind of stupid. I shouldn't be using optionals at all for this. I might fix that at some point. Should I write a to-do for that right now? Because strings can be empty, which is the same as, it indicate the same thing, wouldn't it? Or am I wrong about that? I'm not going to worry about it now. Let's do this. Workspace name. There we go. Good. I just want to implement the flat box, the flat view thing, just to check how it looks. On item list flat view toggled. Okay. So this makes sense, right? It's just showing the contents of this file, which I guess looks better as a flat view. If I add that other file in as well. Yeah, it has 1 block and 1 sample, exactly. This is all working so far. So this is actually peeking into these zip files and reading information about the layout or the contents. It's all working. But yeah, I think I am going to want an option to sort the items by type rather than by file. Alright, and then you would just drag it into here. The ones that you want to import. Alright, we're making progress.